Please help me to reach 1,000 subscribers. The text came while I was standing in the grocery aisle, staring at 2 brands of coffee I didn't care about. He reached out, she wrote. My ex. He says he wants me back. I read it twice, then a third time, like the words might rearrange themselves into something harmless. My chest tightened. Around me, carts rattled and a kid cried for candy, and the world kept moving while something quiet and heavy settled inside me. I typed, "What did you say to him?" 3 dots appeared. Disappeared. Appeared again. I told him I'm married, she finally wrote. But it stirred things up. Stirred things up. I paid for the coffee I didn't want and drove home with the radio off, the hum of the tires sounding louder than it should have. I told myself this was normal, people from the past pop up. It didn't mean anything. It couldn't. At home she hugged me like she always did. But it felt slightly delayed, like she had to remember the steps. Her phone buzzed in her back pocket and she flinched. I noticed that. I started noticing everything. The missed calls that went unanswered. The way she angled her screen away from me on the couch. The sudden late nights at work that came with flimsy explanations. I hated myself for watching her, for counting the seconds between her glances at her phone, for listening to my own thoughts spiral. Do you want to talk about him? I asked one night, keeping my voice light. She shrugged. There's nothing to talk about. That answer stuck with me. Nothing to talk about usually means there's everything to talk about. Memories began to sour. The way she smiled at a message and said it was just a meme. The perfume she wore only when she wanted to feel noticed. The way she'd been distant in bed, present but somewhere else, like she was borrowing her body for a while and planned to return it later. I questioned myself first. I told myself I was insecure. I told myself love means trust. But trust, I was learning, doesn't survive on blind faith, it needs air. The discovery wasn't dramatic. No locked phone cracked open in a moment of rage. Just a laptop left open on the kitchen table while she showered. A message preview popped up. A name I recognized. I miss how it felt with you. I shouldn't be saying this, but I do. My hands went cold. I didn't read more than that. I didn't need to. The room smelled like soap and steam. The house we built felt suddenly rented, temporary. When she came out, towel around her hair, she saw my face and knew. There's a moment when someone realizes the story they've been telling themselves has ended. Her shoulders dropped. It didn't mean anything, she said too quickly. I was confused. Confused enough to hide it? My voice sounded far away, like it belonged to someone older. She cried then. Real tears. She told me she hadn't met him, that it was just messages, that hearing he still wanted her made her feel seen again. She said she loved me and didn't want to lose us. I believed parts of it. That was the hardest thing, sorting truth from comfort. That night I didn't yell. I didn't leave. I lay awake and stared at the ceiling while memories replayed with new subtitles. Every laugh, every quiet moment now questioned. Love doesn't disappear all at once. It erodes. The move I made the next morning surprised even me. I asked her to message him with me sitting there. I asked her to tell him it was over clearly, permanently. No soft edges. No what ifs. Her hands shook as she typed. She looked at me, searching for mercy or permission. I gave her neither. Just silence. When she hit send, something shifted. Not relief. Not forgiveness. Clarity. I need space, I said. Not to punish you. To see what's left when the noise stops. She nodded, wiping her face. Guilt looks a lot like fear when it finally has a mirror. I moved into the spare room for a while. The house felt different, but so did I. Stronger in a quiet way. I wasn't chasing answers anymore. I was choosing myself. We're still here technically. Still talking. Still trying to understand what broke and whether it can be rebuilt. I don't know how this ends. Some days I see a future where trust grows back slowly, scarred but real. Other days I imagine a clean goodbye and a life where I don't flinch at buzzing phones. What I do know is this. When she told me her ex wanted her back, I thought the danger was him. I was wrong. The real threat was how close I came to losing myself, and the moment I finally decided I wouldn't.